Hello, Paul McFadden here. So let's continue with the whole conversation and chat around property deal sourcing. Why? Because my new book, Property Sourcing Blueprint, is now live on Amazon. You can go there and get it, or go to propertysourcingblueprint.com and it'll redirect you to the exact page to get a copy for yourself. Without a shadow of a doubt, the most common question that I get is, Paul, how do I find the deals? Where do I find the deals? Do these deals even exist? And this book answers all of those questions. It gives you the complete guide on how to source properties like a professional. So no longer will you need to ask that question. It's all there for you to help you on your journey going forward, because if you can source and control the deal flow, then you don't need to rely on anyone else to bring you deals. That's a great feeling. It's a great place to be in. And that leads me on to my topic today, which is you are a marketer first. Now you might be sitting there thinking, well, Paul, I'm a property investor, I'm a property developer, I'm a business person, I'm an entrepreneur, or whatever it may be. But regardless to what you do, you're a marketer first. This goes for everyone. This goes for people in the workplace if you're employed. Think about it, how you market yourself. There's a different spin on it, regardless to what people might think marketing is in terms of doing outbound and inbound stuff, in terms of, putting things out, in terms of a sense of marketing, whether it's social media, whether it's leaflets, whether it's postcards, whether it's billboards, whether it's advertising on the news, whether it's a newspaper. That's all seen as marketing, but a lot of people forget that you are a product of your product. And the sense is that you've got to market yourself. So if you're employed, then you have to go about your day-to-day work and market yourself as the next person to get the next promotion, the best viable option, and how you show up and how you put yourself across, how you deal with problems, how you deal with other people, how you're coming up with ideas. Likewise, if you're in your own business, you're a marketer first. You might have a marketing team, you might have a sales team, but no one's going to work as hard as you in the sense of putting your message out there, telling people what you do, and you need to use every opportunity to market yourself and to market your business, but more importantly, to market yourself. Now, a mistake that I made in the early days, which I encourage you not to do the same, is that I didn't tell people what I was involved in and what I was doing. Because I got started in property at a young age, the age of 19. In the early days for me, in my late teens, early 20s, I couldn't really tell that many people in my social influence, in my network, that I was involved in property, that I was buying property, because in my employment at the time, working in construction, I was already working my exit, so I didn't want to tell anybody in that whole, employment environment, because I thought that they would then tell my seniorities, my senior, manager and so forth, and what would happen is that they would probably question my commitment and so forth for the company, and I thought I might lose my job. So I didn't tell anybody in the workplace environment. I also didn't really tell my friends or my family as much. Some people knew what I was up to, but I just kept it to myself. And what happened is, when I did become a full-time property investor by the age of 24, and I started to tell people when I left my job, I couldn't believe how many people said to me, Paul, I wish I knew that you were involved in property. I could have made an introduction to this person. Oh, I knew about this person who sold a property only a few months ago. If I knew that you were involved, I would have passed the person to you to deal with. Like, I had so much business, potential business, that I could have got if I just told people I was involved in property. And it doesn't matter where you're at in your journey. If you're just starting out, you're brand new, it doesn't matter. You can tell people you're reading a few books, you're considering and thinking about getting in property. Hey, if you happen to know anyone who's thinking of selling a property and they want a quick sale, put them in touch with me. I'll go and meet with them, have a conversation, a chat, and see if I can make them an offer. It doesn't matter if you've got it all figured out or not. It's just the idea of just telling people what you're up to and what you're doing, and that's an element of referral marketing as well. You can pay people for referrals, but the reality is, if you just tell those that you know that you're involved in property, that you're looking to help people in a situation where they need to sell their property quick, then people are going to remember you. Because think about it, we spoke yesterday about motivated sellers, people who have lost their jobs, facing repossession, going through divorces, Maybe it's a bereavement, relocating, broken chain, stressed landlord, credit issues. There's so many reasons why someone would become a motivated seller, but I'll assure you, you probably know these people. You know people who have found themselves in these situations, unfortunately, who've had to sell their property. We all know these people. They exist. So with that in mind, if people know what you do, it's a good chance they're going to recommend that you go and speak to that person to help them first. So this whole idea of your marketer first, you want to oversee things, you don't want to get bogged down into the detail and the doing of, which we're going to get into over the next couple of days when it comes to actual marketing strategies that you can go and take action with and apply. But from a point of view of you're a marketer first, you've got to always think about how to market yourself, how to scale your marketing, how to get more people knowing what you're doing, to hear your message, and that way you're going to get a lot more business. So keep that in mind, you're a marketer first. And again, as always, if you're interested and you want to scale up your business or get started in your property business, then head over to propertyprotege.com and check out what we do there. And also make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel and also the podcast player if you're listening there. And until tomorrow, all the best and bye for now.